Hello everyone and greetings to Miss Nuria. Today we will present what is internet and how does it work. But before we start it, let me introduce our team. My name is Aditya Krishna and let me introduce my friends. Rizky Bayhaki, Fenditio Fatoni and Hafiz Mufadol. Internet is the largest network in the world that can connect us to the other people all over the world. Internet was designed by Robert Elliott Hahn and Vinton Gray Carve in early 1970. It was a result of another experiment called ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agency Network, which one of the Defense Department research project. The word internet was derived from interconnected, nobody in charge of the internet. The internet is made up of an incredibly large number of independently operated networks. The system is fully distributed without any central control that is deciding how packets are routed or where pieces of the network are built, or even who interconnects with whom.
Next, the things we can do. There are a lot of things that we can do using the internet. For example, we can search web to get all the information that we want to know. Send a message with others to give information or to ask some things with others. And next, we can buy some things that we need from online shop. For example, we can buy stationery, book that we need in Shopee. And we can earn money by sell our own product in online shop too.
Next, how data reach our device? The existence of the internet is very helpful in our everyday life. So, how can the data reach our device? All the things that we search on the internet is stored in a data center in a SSD device within a data center which acts as the internal memory on of the server. The server itself is a powerful computer that provide us the content that we request. The data center can be thousands of miles away from us. An easy way for the data to reach our device is with the use of satellites. From the data center, a signal could be sent to the satellite via an antenna. And from the satellite, the signal could be sent to our device via another antenna near us. Uh, However, this isn't a good idea because it needs a long distance of travel that could cause a significant delay in a receiving signal. More specifically, it causes huge latency, which is unacceptable for most internet applications. So instead of using satellite, it uses a complicated network of optional fiber cables which connect between the data center and our device. Our device could also be connected to the internet via cellular data or Wi-Fi router, but at some point our phone will still be connected to the network of optical fiber cables. The server that store the data have IP address to access. The IP address of the server website has a name such as youtube.com, amazon.com, and etc. So we can remember them is easily than a lot of number. All the IP address name are stored at the DNS server. DNS server match the domain name and the IP address so that the internet can understand our search without typing the specific IP address. Every device like computer, laptop, and mobile phone also have IP. With specific IP address at our device, the data that the data that we search at the internet can reach our device precisely. Data from the data center, a complex network of optical fiber cables, a specific device.
Internet Protocol Address, or we often say it is an IP address. So what is an IP address? IP address is an identifying number that is associated with a specific computer or computer network. When connected to the internet, the IP address allows the computer to send and receive network. An IP address allows information to be sent and received by the correct parties, which means they can also be used to track down a user physical location.
Next, how data reaches our device. First, we enter the domain name, and the browser sends a request to the DNS server to get the corresponding IP address DNS this domain name system. The browser simply forwards the request to the data center, more specifically to the respective server. When the server gets a request to access a particular website, the data flow starts. The data is transferred in digital format via optical fiber cables in the form of lag poles. The lag poles sometimes travel thousands of miles via optical fiber cable to reach their destinations and often have to go through tough terrains such as hilly areas or under the sea. This optical fiber cable network is the backbone of the internet since it carries the lag poles to our router and the router and the router will convert this like signal electrical signals. Then an internet cable is used to transmit the electrical signal to our laptop or handphone. If you are accessing internet using cellular data, the optical cable sends the signal to cell tower, where the cell tower sends signal to our cell phone in the form of electromagnetic wave.
What is an URL? URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator and is used to specify address on the World Wide Web. A WRL is the fundamental network identification for any resource connected for the web.
And then, how does the internet works? There are two main concepts that are fundamental to the way the internet functions. There are packets and protocols. Packets in networking, a packet is a small segment of a larger message. Each packet contains both data and information about that data. When data gets sent over the internet, it is first broken up into smaller packets, which are then translated into bits. The packets get routed to their destination by various networking devices. When the packets arrive at their destination, the receiving device reassembles the packets in order and can then use or display the data. Packets are sent across the internet using a technique called packet switching. If data was sent between computers all at once with no packet switching, a connection between two computers could occupy multiple cables, routers, and switches for minutes at a time.
The last one is a protocol. So what is a protocol? In networking, a protocol is a standardized way of doing certain actions and formatting data so that two or more devices are able to communicate with and understand each other. These are protocols for sending packets between devices on the same network, for sending packets from network to network for ensuring those packets successfully arrive in order, and for formatting data for websites and applications. In addition to these fundamental protocols, there are also protocols for routing, testing, and encryption.